హలో పటాభి గారు, హలో ఎవరు హోస్ట్ చేయాల్సింది? శివారెడ్డి గారు. హలో
హలో సార్.
ఎవరు?
శ్రావణి మేడం సార్.
ఏమి ప్రాబ్లము?
Sir, please inform Samini ma'am.
Sir, HP sir. Sir, sorry sir.
Co-host sir, please sir.
Sir, please. Sir, please.
Name HP sir.
Savani madam sir.
HP sir.
సరే సార్, మీరు కానిచ్చేయండి, మొదలు పెట్టండి. మీ స్పీచ్ నాది అయిన తర్వాత నాది, ఆ తర్వాత సార్ మొదలవుతారు. కానీ
ఓకే సార్.
ఏముంది, ఇప్పుడు ఆమె వెల్కమ్ చెప్పడమే కదా.
అవును సార్.
ఏమైంది, ఆమెకి అన్మ్యూట్ చేయలేకుండా అంటే?
అది ఆమెని మెయిల్ ఐడి తప్పు చెప్పారు, అది లాగిన్ అవటానికి.
Sir, please start the webinar, sir. Our keynote speaker already joined, sir. Please.
Sir, she name is HP, sir. Sir, please cost the HP.
1 minute, sir. HP, 1 minute. Yes, sir. There is voice. Okay. I have created, sir. Please unmute your ID.
Okay.
Good morning, this session. Am I audible, sir? Hello. Am I audible, sir?
Yes, madam.
Yes.
Okay, madam. Continue.
Okay. So sorry for the delay due to the technical error. Yes. Respected HOD Dr. P. Pattabhiram, Honorable Principal Dr. M. Srinivasakumar, sir, Narasaropeta Engineering College, and righteous Sri M.S. Chakravarti, sir, and eminent speaker of the today's session, Mr. Suryakanta Sharma, Senior Consultant, Amfi, and former Deputy General Manager, SEBI. Distinguished participants and faculty member from various prestigious institutions, my dear student and other participants, I heartily welcome to the session. I'm pleased to welcome you all to the webinar on financial empowerment through wealth creation. It is presented by Department of MBA, Narasaropeta Engineering College, Autonomous, Narasaropeta, in collaboration with Association of Mutual Fund India, Amfi. The session is aimed to create awareness about various investment to the participants. We understood earning saving is very important than earning. So from today, we are going to discuss and learn about the various wealth creation sources through the mutual funds, through various wealth creation sources. Now, I request our respected HOD, sir, Dr. P. Pattabhiram, sir, to set forth the session. Over to you, sir.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, good morning to everyone. Respected Chairman, sir, Sri M.V. Kotesrao Garu, Narasaropeta Engineering College, Group of Institution, Chairman. Respected Vice Chairman, Mr. M.S. Chakravarti Garu, Narasaropeta Engineering College. Respected Principal, sir, and Dynamic Principal, sir, Dr. M. Srinivasakumar Garu, and Honorable Speaker, eminent Honorable Speaker, Mr. Suryakanta Sharma Garu. He is Senior Consultant, Amfi, and former DGM, SEBI. Respected HODs of NEC College, dear colleagues, various college staff, dear students, ladies and gentlemen, we are conducting a national level webinar on financial empowerment through wealth creation in collaboration with Association of Mutual Funds in India, Amfi. Okay. Heartily welcome to this session. Most of the eminent persons, staff and HODs and students and my dear colleagues and ladies and gentlemen, once again, heartily welcome to the session. First of all, about the college, the Narasaropeta Engineering College was established in the year 1998 by the Gayatri Education Development Society, Narasaropeta, under the leadership of Sri M.V. Kotesrao Garu, who has a vision of developing the This college, an autonomous institution of higher learning and knowledge in the heart of Palnadu region. The college is approved by AICT, permanently applied to JNTU Kakinada, accredited by A+ grade by the NAC, and accredited 4 times by the NBA. NEC is announced as autonomous in the year 2016. Coming to our department, MBA department, the Department of Master of Business Administration was established in the year 2006 with an intake of 60 students. The department offers specialization of finance, HR, marketing, and systems. The department aspirates its mold the locals to cater the corporate companies and also empowers promising entrepreneurs with required skills for a successful career in Master of Business Administration. The department has excellent of infrastructure facilities. The department has highly qualified, experienced, dedicated faculty with industry and research background. The department encourages faculty members and research scholars to carry out their research. The department has a speculator academic success present intake of enriched to 120 students. Okay, coming to webinar. So once again, we are conducting a national level webinar on financial empowerment through wealth creation in collaboration with the Association of Mutual Funds in India, Amfi. Okay. Planning of finance is essential for each and everyone. One of the most rapidly developing service industries in India and aided by the world of economic, technological, and social change, the role of financial planning in increasingly comfort in Indian community. Financial planning is an important as it helps us meet our future goals. Every individual needs to understand the need to manage his our finance. The main theme of the goal are buying a home or savings for child education or planning for the retirement. The benefits of the financial planning is helps the monitor cash flows and reduces the unnecessary expenditure. Helps and also helps boost savings and create wealth, maximizes returns from investments, financially secures retirement lives, financially secure retirement plans. First of all, what is wealth creation? First of all, what is wealth creation? Wealth creation refers to building wealth through a variety of methods. Building wealth through a variety of methods using the financial products. For example, when you invest a financial products, for a long period, you get back higher returns. You get back a higher return. So it is important in financial journey. Why? Because in order to achieve all long-term goals, for example, like purchasing house or child's education, okay, you need to wealth creation. You need to planning of the now before planning. Before important is planning is also important. Second, sorry for the delay. So finally, I conclude that financial planning is very important to the everyone life. It is important to child and it is important to the youngsters and adults. So financial planning and financial wealth creation is important for the purpose of future goals, future ambitions, and long-term goals. So I would like, on behalf of our college, again thank to Surikant Sharma, who is the main speaker, for accepting our invitation, and would like to extend my gratitude towards our principal sir, is for encouraging us to conduct a webinar like this. Today, I am again thankful to Principal Sir for your kind support, suggestions, and guidance given to us as and when required. And also, once again, thanks to the management for providing this opportunity. I feel honored to welcome all the participants and my fellow colleagues for taking a keen part in this important program. I hope you all find this seminar highly engaging, fruitful, and beneficial for your future venture. Thank you very much, all of you. Sir, Principal Sir, I'm hand over to Principal.
Yes, sir. Thanks for your fortitude words, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah. Now I requested our Honorable Principal, sir, Dr. M. Srinivasa Kumar, to illuminate the participants with his encouragement words. Over to you, sir.
Yeah, good morning to all of you. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
And,
Good morning, sir.
First of all, I am very much happy to note that Department of MBA is conducting a program. Though, first of all, happy Krishnastami to all of you. Hope you are busy with the praying God, but praying God is nothing but doing your duty. So I requested MBA department also, even though it is a Krishnastami, let's do good thing on the day. So not just praying God, how to invest money is also very important. God will not give you directly money unless you plan it properly. So a very good title aptly selected by the Department of MBA, because everyone needs in this world financial empowerment through wealth creation. So I welcome Surikant Sharma Garu. Thank you very much for accepting our invitation. Who is a senior consultant and had delivered so many lectures on this topic, and a very research person. And as all of us know that this is a very important topic. Many times we see that particularly during the COVID period, COVID-19, many of them financially had a problem, and everyone got affected through our professions. All the professions have, except geo internet people, have earned a lot of money because people are staying at home. Other than that, all the professions got affected. So I think now it's right time in the new normal situation, how to plan, because till now, even the COVID people, some people are having wealth, but some people seriously got affected. It is because they don't have the proper plan. So what happened when 1.5 years or 2 years got affected? So what is, you should think of your retirement plan. So very important is that financial empowerment is the opportunity to improve the financial outcomes of people living on low incomes. We see so many people, rich people are there, they earn daily lakhs of rupees also. For them, anyhow, people are there to take care of. But low income people should have a plan for that. What after 10 years, what after 20 years, what money I will have, what should I invest, and on return, what in retirement life, if I don't have a pension, because all our teaching field who are in the private organizations, we don't have a pension scheme. I hope you understand. You all should, all the faculty who are present here, you should understand and plan what is after retirement. Don't think that your children will take care of you. Never depend on them, never ask them, and you plan accordingly. So creating wealth through a different methods using the financial products is very important. So systematically accumulating the money, that is nothing but creating a wealth through financial empowerment. Systematically accumulation of money, it may be through FDRs. A steady flow of investing the money is very important. And at the same time, as Warren Buffett said that don't depend on one income. Diversity is very important. Spend time, rethink, and spend on a diverse investments. The process of investing your saved money to grow your wealth by choosing the investments that align with your financial goals called is a wealth creation. That is the exact definition of wealth creation. The process of investing your hard-earned saved money to grow your wealth by choosing the investments that align with your financial goals. Because I may have a different kind of financial goals. Some other salary who is having a 20, 30,000, he will have his own financial goals. That's what is called wealth creation. So I think at early age, most of your faculty members are 30, 35 range. I think the best process is that saving early, then buying and holding, then diversifying, and that is what is basically wealth is. You can do in many ways. That is what wealth. Health is also wealth, my dear friends. I think you all to understand. Wealth is not only money. Wealth is a money, status, your social status in the society, your freedom, time to spend lavishly or peacefully, and health. That is another very important. Your physical health is also a wealth, very, very important. For all these things, you have to plan for a retirement plan, and financial empowerment is very, very important. So as all of us know that, I think you are all MBA people and MBA students. I appreciate around 240, 45 members are attending. It's a great, great achievement. Even though holiday day, we are there's those so many people have attended from different colleges and from our own colleges, the faculty members of our college and other faculty members of other colleges. As all of us know that the compound interest calculation is very, very important. The 72 number is very important. As all of you know, should know that what could be the my money will be double. That plan is very, very important to all of you. 72 by your interest rate is equal to the number of years to double your money. That's everyone should plan for that purpose, and that's a very, very important. All of you, the compound.
Hello.
Hello. Sir, am I
Yes,
audible, sir? Yeah, sir.
Yes, madam.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much, sir. Your enlightened words, and thanks for remind us Warren Buffett rules, principles. And this is the right time we better to remind whoever recently passed away, the Indian big bull financial market, Rakesh Jhunjhunwala. Thanks for everything, sir. Now I request our honorable principal, sir, to inaugurate the session. Wait a moment. I request our respected principal sir and head of the department to inaugurate the session. This is observing. I requested the participants not to misuse the screen. Thank you very much. Now, without further ado, let me introduce the keynote speaker of the today's webinar, Mr. Suryakanta Sharma sir. Before introducing, let me come to know about a few notes about Suryakanta Sharma sir. Mr. Suryakanta Sharma is a commerce graduate and master in law with a specialization in corporate law. He is also Chartered Associate of Indian Institute of Banking and Finance, IIBF. Sri Sharma has over 35 years of experience in banking and finance and security market, and has served in a leading financial institution. Thereafter, in Department of Financial Services, Ministry of Finance, Government of India, and finally in Security Exchange Board of India as a Deputy General Manager. Sri Sharma joined Security and Exchange Board of India in 2003 and served there for more than 15 years, as served in different departments of SEBI. Lastly, he was a Deputy General Manager in charge of Office of Investor Awareness and Education in SEBI's Northern Region for more than 5 years. Sri Sharma is also a member working group of NCERT for developing vocational course on mutual funds for the students. Sri Sharma also a mentor for few NGOs working for financial literacy and investor awareness in the country. Under his supervision, more than 15,000 financial literacy and investor awareness programs were conducted across North India, and he himself addressed as a guest speaker more than 600 IIPs. After superannuation from SEBI in 2019, Sharma sir has joined Association of Mutual Fund in India, Amfi, an apex body of mutual fund in India, as a senior consultant. We are very pleased to have you in this webinar as a keynote speaker. So we expected your gracious presence make this session more enlightened to the participants. Welcome to you, sir. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much for giving me opportunity to be with all of you. Of course, through this platform only, but I will be more than happy to come to your institution physically also at the first opportunity.
Thank you, sir.
I am also thankful to Honorable Principal, HOD sir, and all other dignitaries and faculty members and staff members from your college and beyond that for joining this program. Ma'am, 2-3 things I wish to clarify here before I start my session to all the participants. The first and foremost is that this program is from Association of Mutual Funds in India, Amfi, which is an apex body of mutual funds in India. But my dear participants, this is not a marketing event or a promotional event of mutual funds. I want to make it very clear to all of you. This is purely an investor awareness program, HOD sir. And the purpose of this program is just to sensitize participants about the importance of financial empowerment through wealth creation. Secondly, as this program is for the participants, I will request young participants particularly, kindly keep one pen and notebook with them, and they may write some new idea or new information which I might be sharing with all of you, which you can explore further through Google and websites. My dear participants, you are well aware that everything is available now, Google and websites. Thirdly, as this program is for the participants, I will be more than happy, Mr. Ram, if more and more questions come from the participants, because that will be a reflection that you have taken interest into the subject. You are keen to know something about the subject because it directly related to your personal well-being. So please feel free to ask any questions. You may, if you wish, to put your questions in the chat box. Mr. Ram or Madam will take care of those questions when my session is over. And after my session is over, we will make the town hall open. Anybody can just raise the hand and can directly ask the question as well. For the today's topic, Mr. Sitoras, Binsar Sitoras sir, is financial empowerment through wealth creation. There are two aspects of the session. We can divide the session in two aspects. One is financial empowerment and other is wealth creation. Because financial empowerment is possible only through wealth creation, that is why we should first understand what is wealth creation. I will try to make my simple as I can, because I know there are a lot of participants who may not be from management background, who may not be from commerce background, who may not be from economics background. And for them, I want to try to make the simple session as simple as I can. Wealth creation simply means developing assets, particularly financial assets, which will keep earning money for you even when you sleep, when you are not awake. Financial assets will keep creating money for you even when you are not awake. That's the basic concept of financial wealth creation. So wealth creation, my dear participant, is a process. It is not an event. Please must understand it. As Honorable HOD and Honorable Principal Sir has very rightly pointed out, through quoting of Warren Buffett and other scholars, wealth creation cannot be done in a day or by switching a switch on. No, it is a process. It is a process, or rather a long drawn battle. We have to work hard, not today, not tomorrow, but for years together, regularly, consistently, in a disciplined manner, so that we are able to create wealth. Because wealth will give you comfort, wealth will give you prosperity, wealth will give you mental peace, because we all know that money comes through wealth only. And my dear participants, you may or may not be agreeable with me, but money plays a very, very important role in our life. Somebody says that money is not God, but not less than God. That is why I keep telling in my sessions that please do understand the importance of money in your life. Please do understand the importance of money in your life. Money is very, very important, because if we have to live comfortably, money is required. If we have to take care of our basic needs, money is required. If we have to go for luxuries, money is required. So without money, we can't live comfortably. Without money, even we can't take care of our basic needs. That is why the importance of money. Please do understand, my dear participants, money plays a very, very important role in our life. And I just want to tell you one thing. Is earning money a sin? Can anybody tell me? HOD sir, is earning money a sin? I think nobody will say no, earning money is not a sin. It is not a bad thing. Earning money is not a bad thing, my dear participants. We should earn money. Because only through earning money we can enjoy our life. And money can be earned by two ways. Please do understand. Money can be earned by two ways. First and prime source of money is the work we do. We might be in service, HOD sir. We might be in business. We might be in profession. And from all these things, we earn money, we get money. So money, so these are the prime source of money for us. And particularly for middle class, salary class person, HOD sir, what is the prime source of money? Salary which we get from our employer. In your case, your college gives you salary. So money is the prime source of money for all of us. And the money which we earn, a majority of our salary goes into taking care of our regular expenses. Majority of it, maybe 50%, maybe 60%, maybe 70%. But a majority of the money which we earn goes into taking care of our monthly expenses. But my dear participants, we Indians have a unique habit. Unique, sir, HOD, sir. You must be knowing that habit. That is that every Indian try to take away some money out of their salary or out of their income. We sincerely try. And the money which we don't spend, we sincerely take away out of our salary, sir. What it is called, my dear participants? It is called savings. So the money which we don't save out, which money which we don't spend out of our regular income is called savings. And we are all savers. Every Indian family try to save as much as they can. This is in our blood. But what we do with the savings which we are making, my dear participants, we are putting that saving into some acquisition of some assets or in some process, or through say process into some acquisition of some assets or in some financial instrument. The process of putting your savings into acquisition of some assets, value of which will increase in future, and in some financial instrument which will give you periodical or regular return in future. This process is called investment. For Dr. Shiva Reddy, saving is the first step, investment is the second step. We should not only be savers, but we also necessarily have to be investor. Because if you save and if you don't invest, then the purpose of saving itself is defeated, my dear participant. Please do understand it very carefully. Of course, saving is a must. It is a primary source for our money. But we must not stop at saving. We must put our savings into acquisition of some assets or in some financial instrument. Why? To earn money. And the crux of the second source of money is that my money should also earn money for me, Dr. Shiva Reddy. My money should also earn money for me. Normally, most of the middle class, salary class person always concerned about the increment, about the DNS allowance, about the promotion, about the increase their salary. Of course, that is a must. I am not belittling the importance of getting a higher salary and all these things. What I am emphasizing here is that you must not stop at saving, rather you should equally be concerned and you should make concerted efforts in the direction that your money means literally savings, that your saving should also earn money for you, and that is possible only through investment. That is why the importance of investment. And please do understand very carefully that through investment only we can create wealth. Only through investment, not through any other way. if you save and don't invest, then there is no purpose at all which will be served in your life. So please do understand the importance not only of savings, but also of investments. Because only through investment, wealth is created. Only through investment, makes money for me. That is the importance of investment. So please do understand that investment is one of the most important and integral part of your prosperity journey. So you have to be investor. And we are all, normally we are all, those who are already earning, and even your student must understand that when they start earning, they must save first, and then they should invest that saving into some instrument or in some assets. So we are all investors, but unfortunately, my dear participants, I don't know whether HOD sir will agree with me or not. Unfortunately, most of the middle class, salary class person, HOD Mr. Ram,
Yes, sir.
most of the middle class, salary class person, despite their sincere efforts in saving and investment,
Yes, sir.
they are just money accumulators. They are not wealth creators.
Okay.
Please do understand what I am saying. Most of the middle class, salary class person, Saravani ma'am, despite their sincere efforts in saving and investment, we just remain money accumulators. We don't become wealth creator, and that is the need of the hour. So we have to be wealth creator, but unfortunately, most of us are not. So first we should understand what is the difference between money accumulation and wealth creation. And for that, HOD sir, Mr. Ram, kindly give me permission to take your name in this example which I am sharing with all of you.
Okay, sir. No problem.
Example is very simple. Example is your bank FD, bank fixed deposit. Why I have taken this example, Mr. Ram? Because most of the even your students are aware about the bank FD. They might not have done bank FD, but they are aware about the bank FD. Bank, suppose Mr. Ram, you have got 1 lakh rupees with you.
Okay.
And you go for a 1 year bank FD with a good bank. And we all know, Mr. Ram, that nowadays the present rate of interest of FD is around 6%, around 5.5%, 5.7%. We take it 6%. 1 year FD with 6% interest, Mr. Ram goes for a 1 year FD. After 1 year, when I meet Mr. Ram and just ask him casually, sir, what happened to your FD? Dr. Ram is very happy. He will naturally say that he has earned 6,000 rupees as bank interest income, and the money has been given back by the bank. He is very right, but he is not right. HOD sir, you are right, but you are not right. You are right in the sense that you got 6,000 rupees credit at bank interest in your bank account. Definitely it is there. But then, sir, you ignore two very important factors while analyzing return on your investment, and FD is also an investment. And what these factors are, my dear friends? The first and foremost factor which affect our investment return is inflation. And HOD sir, we always talk about inflation day in, day out.
Okay.
Even in the staff room, the hot discussion is of inflation only. Prices are increasing every day. Prices of essential items are increasing. Fuel prices have increased like anything. What is inflation? First, we should understand, my dear participant. Inflation, HOD sir, is nothing but increase in the prices of goods, item or services over a period of time. Am I right, sir? Simply speaking.
Okay.
Inflation is nothing but increase in the prices of goods, item or services over a period of time. Suppose during this FD period, sir, inflation rate has been 5%. Suppose. What does it mean, sir? It simply means that last year, Had HOD sir not gone for FD and might have purchased some item, goods, or might have availed some services from 1 lakh rupees, HOD sir, tell me, would it be possible for you to purchase same item, same goods, same services after 1 year at 1 lakh rupees? Would it be possible, sir?
No, sir, it is not possible.
It will not be possible. Why? Because of inflation, prices of those items have increased. And suppose the inflation rate has been 5%, what does it simply mean? That last year, HOD sir, whatever he could have purchased from 1 lakh rupees for the same item, same goods and same services, he will have now to pay after 1 year, not 1 lakh rupees, but 1,05,000 rupees. Am I right, sir?
Yes, sir.
1,05,000 rupees. Now you see the proposition, sir. You are very happy when you got 6,000 rupees as bank interest income on your FD. But in reality, sir, out of 6,000, 5,000 has been eaten by the inflation. In reality, out of 6,000, 5,000 has been eaten by the inflation because the inflation rate has been 5% during this period. But still, HOD sir, he is happy. Okay, sir, I still let 5,000 be eaten by the inflation, but I still have 1,000 rupees out of 6,000 rupees. No, sir. There is another factor which we normally ignore, Mr. Dr. Siva Reddy. And the factor is taxability of return or income. Mr. Binsar, you might be aware that most of the income or return attract income tax or capital gain. So one or other tax. And for FD, the proposition is very simple. Whatever you earn as bank FD interest, you will have to include the whole amount in your income tax return as income. And you will have to pay income tax as per your income tax slab. Suppose, HOD sir, you are in 20% bracket. So you will have to pay 20% of 6,000, that is 1,200 as income tax also. And now you can't avoid, sir, because of technology, you have to pay. So you see the proposition, sir, you are very happy when you got 6,000. But in reality, out of 6,000, 5,000 has been eaten by the inflation. And 1,200 rupees you have to pay as income tax. Total comes to 6,200. Could you get something in reality, sir? No. Rather, 200 rupees has gone out of your pocket. So 6,000 you earned, sir, that was your notional return only. There was no real return. And my dear participant, please do understand, unless and until you earn some real return on your investments, you will not be creating wealth. You will be happy. Of course, you will be getting 6,000, but 6,000 is your notional income only. I take this example forward. Suppose the interest rate is 8% on bank FD. In that scenario, HOD sir will get 8,000 as bank interest income for 1 year FD of 1 lakh rupees. Again, we keep inflation at 5%. Out of 8,000, 5,000 will be eaten by the inflation. Again, you will have to pay 20% income tax on 8,000, that is 1,600. But even after inflation and factoring in inflation and paying tax, HOD sir in this scenario will have a balance of 1,400 rupees. 8,000 minus 5,000 minus 1,600. And my dear participant, this 1,400 is your real income. Please do understand the concept very clearly. 1,400 is your real income, and my dear participants, we have to earn minimum real return on all our investments. And if we are not earning, then we are sheerly accumulating money. We are not creating wealth. And I again repeat, without creation of wealth, you will not be prosper. So please do understand the importance of earning real return on your investments. And the formula of real return is very simple. If a student want to note it down, please note it down. Real return equal to notional return, that is 6,000 or 8,000, minus inflation, that is 5,000, 5,000, minus tax liability, that is 1,200 and 1,600. In the first scenario, there was no real return. In the second scenario, there was a return of 1,400. So please do understand the importance of earning real return, because only real return is going to create wealth for you. So we have to be wealth creators. We should never be money accumulators. Please understand the concept very carefully. Now we all are intelligent. We are all investing one or other money. Then what is the reason that most of the middle class, salary class person are share money accumulators? What is the reason, sir? HOD sir, can you throw some light on it? What is the reason that most of the middle class, salary class person are share money accumulators? Can you tell me something about this, sir?
What, sir? What button?
What is the reason that most of the middle class, salary class person are share money accumulators? We are not wealth creators.
Yes,
Sir, reason is there. The reason lies in our mind. We middle class, salary class people have got a typical mindset. And that is, sir, we think very firmly, Arey Baba, we don't want to take any risk. No risk at all. Normally we tell, when we talk about investment, what we talk to the people? I don't want to take any risk. I want to make safe investment. This is the normal thinking of a middle class, salary class person. And that is why we are share money accumulators, because, my dear participants, in most of the investment, risk is there, whether you accept it or not. In most of the investment, risk is there, and the word safe investment itself is an illusion. It is not in reality. Because most of the investment, except some governmental small saving scheme, have got risk. So please do understand that risk is there in most of the investment products. Because unless and until we accept that risk is there, there may not be a way out how to manage my risk, how to minimize my risk, because everybody would like to minimize their risk. Everybody would like to manage their risk. That is there, very natural. We will definitely like to manage our risk. We will definitely like to minimize your risk once we accept that risk is there in most of the investments. So how we can do it, my dear participant? Yes, we can. Yes, we can. How? I'm sharing a very simple two-word formula to all of you. Very simple formula. Sharmani ma'am, very simple formula to all of you. And the formula is think, understand, and invest. I again repeat, think, understand, and invest. I have used only two words here, think and understand. What we have to think? We have to think two things about ourselves. This is the first requirement. We have to think two things about ourselves. The first thing is, what is my risk-taking capacity? What is my risk appetite? My all decision has to be strictly as per my risk appetite only. And my dear participant, please do understand very carefully, every individual has got different risk appetite. Every individual. Because our income is different. Our family obligations are different. our social upbringing and everything is different. That is why risk appetite of every individual is different. And one more thing here I want to add. Even an individual's risk appetite is not a constant factor. It will not remain constant for your life. No, sir. It will keep changing with the age. When you are young, you can take high risk because you have got a longer horizon to go, still 30-40 years to go. So you can take risk. If you commit any mistake, let it be. You can rectify that mistake over a period of time. Because time is available to you. Lot of years are available to you. But when you become mature, cross 40, your risk-taking capacity has become lowered. Because children are growing up, you have to think about their education. A lot of other family expenses have increased. That is why your risk-taking capacity after 40 has become low. And when you cross 55, 60, your risk-taking capacity has become zero now. You can't take risk now because you don't have any time. That is why risk appetite is one of the most important factors we have to look at while taking all our investment decisions. Second thing is time horizon of investment. That is equally important, my dear participants. And time horizon of investment simply means that I should have money when I need it. And as you might all be aware, we will need money in our life, not at one time, at many times, at many occasions, for many milestones in our life, we will need money, rather huge money. That is why the importance of time horizon of investment. Because I should have money when I need money. And how it can be achieved? It can be achieved through a financial plan. We can better manage our time horizon of investment if we have a financial plan for ourselves. And my dear, financial plan is nothing but checking out a strategy through which we will invest our savings in such manner that when I need money, I should have money. So you have to develop a financial plan for yourself, and it is not a rocket science, very damn easy thing, my dear participant, very damn easy thing. You simply sit with your family members on a holiday, discuss with them what are the major milestones in your life. What are the major milestones? Normally, what are the major milestones in a middle class, salary class life? Marriage is the first milestone. Very important milestone. Then after that, birth of the children, celebration, naturally you will need money. After that, you will need money for good admission of your kids in a good public school. After that, every family will need money, rather huge money, for acquisition of a house for the family. It is very natural. Every family would wish to have their own house. Then after that, every family wish to have their own four-wheeler if they don't have so far. Then vacation has also become an important milestone nowadays, my dear friends, which was not in my time at least. But vacation has now become very, very common, or rather a need. Every family wish to go. Every family wish to go on vacation periodically. After some time, your children are grown up, then the most important milestones do occur in your life. What is that? Higher education and professional education of children. Most important milestone in every middle class, salary class person. Every parent wish to give best higher education and professional education to their kids. After their education is over, next will be the marriage of the children. Very natural thing. And lastly, but most importantly, after a certain age, everybody gets retired. Particularly in service, there is a age limitations. Normally, after 60, most of the government organization or even private institutions, say you goodbye. Now you are retired, go to your home. So retirement life is also very important milestone in your life. And the minus point in retirement life is that you will not be getting any salary or regular income, which you were getting when you were in service. So how to live retirement life? And retirement life can prolong from 1 year to 20, 25, 30 years even. And normally you must be aware now the average age of Indian has increased like anything. Average age of Indian has become 70 now. It means normally minimum 10 years you will be living even after retirement. Sometimes some people even more than that, 15 years, 20 years. So for retirement life also, because you will not be having regular income, you will need huge corpus, huge money. Because normally what happens in retirement life when a person gets retired, he must have thought of developing a retirement corpus through their regular income, out of their regular income. Plus, they would be getting some superannuation benefits as well. They will club all those money. They will invest in one or more products to get a regular stream of money, regular income, which is required for leading a retirement life. So for retirement also, my dear participants, you will have to have a huge money, huge corpus. So in the take a paper. In the first column, get the details of the milestones in your life, whatever we have just discussed. But you are free to add on whatever you want to add in the milestones. In the second column, against each milestone, start putting the period when it is likely to happen. Again, a broad idea only, precisely, of course, it can't be done. But just a broad idea. Suppose somebody say that he's not married and he's likely to be married after 2 years. Put it 2 years against the marriage. Likewise, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, 25 years, 30 years or more. You start putting the period against each milestone. In the third column, which is very important, HOD sir. Now start putting the money you will need for each milestone. Suppose somebody said that he is married and he is not married and likely to be married after 2 years, and he will need minimum 5 lakhs for marriage. Put it 5 lakhs against marriage. Likewise, 5 lakhs, whatever amount you think you will need, start putting the money against each milestone. 2 important milestones I want to discuss a bit detail with you. One is higher education and professional education of children. HOD sir, an MBA degree from a good MBA reputed institution today costs not less than 15 to 20 lakhs, including hostel and everything. Today, MBA degree costs 20 lakhs. But HOD sir, when your children will go for higher education after 20-25 years, have you ever imagined what will be the cost of a MBA degree? The MBA degree, which is costing around 20 lakhs today, my dear participants, will cost not less than 2 crore rupees after 20-25 years because of inflation. So suppose HOD sir has got 2 children, he will need not less than 4 crore rupees only for the higher education and professional education of their kids. Now the retirement life. Suppose HOD sir age is around 30 today. Now we take it just 30 today. And he said that he can manage his monthly expenses at around 30,000 today. But sir, after 30 years, when you become 60, have you ever imagined what will be the most likely monthly expenses of yours after 30 years? Sir, because of inflation, today it is 30,000, but because of inflation, after 30,000, after 30 years, for the same standard of living, HOD sir, you will need not less than 2 lakh rupees per month because of inflation. So it will be around 25 lakhs in a year at the first year of your retirement. So you will need a stream of 25 lakhs. And that we just discussed will come mainly from the money which you have invested somewhere. Your monthly, your annual income out of your retirement corpus should be not less than 25 lakhs. So how much your retirement corpus should be? A thumb rule is there, sir. Your retirement corpus should be minimum 20 times of your annual expenses. This is the thumb rule. So if your annual expenses would be 25 lakhs, multiplied by 20, what it becomes, sir? 5 crore. So you will have to develop a retirement corpus, including superannuation benefits, of not less than 5 crore rupees. And that is very conservative thing, sir. Ideally, Satishji, you should have 7.5 lakhs or 8 crores for your retirement corpus, those who are young today. Put it 5 crore against the retirement. Now I want to make you scary, HOD, sir. I want you to be scary. Please make the total of the last column and you will be surprised to note that a normal middle class, salary class person who is around 30 today will need not less than 10 to 12 crore rupees for their milestones only. 10 to 12 crore rupees for your milestones only. And sir, I have excluded the monthly expenses from 30 year to 60 year. From where this 10 to 12 crore rupees will come, sir? HOD, sir? From where? From which source it will come? I know HOD, sir, is very lucky. He must be going to Amitabh Bachchan show, KBC, winning 7 crore rupees or more. But then what about others? He might be lucky, he might be winning it. But what about other lakhs of people? We have to work very hard to ensure that we should also have 10 to 12 crore rupees in our life. And my dear participant, I wish to give you confidence. I wish to give you assurance that those who are young, around 30 today, will all have 10 to 12 crore rupees in their life for their milestone, provided, I am underlining the word provided you start working sincerely right from today on your savings and investments. That is a must. So please be alert. Please be aware that you must save as much as you can when you start earning right from the first month. Normally people say, let it be, let me enjoy my life for next 3, 4, 5 years. After that, I will think about some savings and investment. No, that's the wrong thinking, my dear participants. Because if you don't save for the first 5 years, you are losing those very precious years of savings. Your savings may be even 500 rupees. Never think that your income is not much. Start saving even 500 rupees, 1000 rupees, 1500 rupees. If you are earning more than you must save more. But even when you are earning less, your salary is not so attractive. Still, you should start saving maybe 500 rupees, maybe 1000, maybe 1500. It is a must. So think about your finance, and the chart which we have just prepared, my dear participant, it is called financial plan. And as I just mentioned, financial plan is a must for every family. Every middle class, salary class person must have their financial plan. And my dear participant, financial plan is not a rocket science, damn easy thing. We all can have our financial plan. We all can have. By discussing with family members what are the milestones in your life, put those in paper, first column, second column, third column, and you can have your financial plan. Because through financial plan now, your targets of or milestone or periodicity of milestone is by and large clear. Now the picture is clear before you. what you will broadly need at what time. And once the picture is clear, when the targets are set, it is most likely that you will work hard to achieve those targets. That is why the importance of financial plan. That is why I keep emphasizing in my session, please do try to develop a financial plan for yourself. And we all can develop it, sir. We all can develop it. It's not a rocket science. Very damaging. So please do develop a financial plan and then start working on those financial, because simply writing financial plan is not going to help you out. But it will help you in the sense, now the targets are very clear, you start working on those targets. You should have that money when you need it. That is why the importance of having financial plan. One more thing I want to tell you here is, that is rule of compounding. And Mr. Setoros, rule of compounding is 8th wonder of the world. Rule of compounding, my dear participant, is 8th wonder of the world. And what is rule of compounding in investment? Simply speaking, you have to make a promise with yourself. You have to make a promise. Very simple promise, but very tough promise to make. And the promise is, you have to make a promise with yourself that whatever and whenever I get some return or income on my investment, I again repeat, whatever and whenever I earn or get some return on my investments, I will never use those return or income for personal consumption or for my personal celebration or for my family obligations. No. What I will typically do, which we should all do, I will, when I get an income or return on my investment, I will club that return or income with my regular investment, which I am making out of my monthly salary, and reinvest it. And will do it not once, but every time. And my dear friends, if you do it continuously for 15, 20 years, you make a promise that you will never touch your return or income on your investment. You will simply reinvest it. After 15, 20 years, you will be happily surprised that your return or income portion on investment has become much greater than your original investment. But my dear friends, it is going to happen not today, not tomorrow, not in 1 or 2 years. It's that this magic is going to happen after 15, 20 years. So please religiously follow rule of compounding in managing return or income on your investments. That's a must. That is a must. So please religiously follow rule of compounding in your investments. Now we will discuss very briefly what are the products available for middle class, salary class person to invest. Hardly next 10-15 minutes. I will try to finish it next 15 minutes. We will like to discuss what are the products available for investment for a middle class, salary class person. The first category of investment products available for middle class, salary class person, my dear participant, is governmental small saving schemes. Government of India has started a lot of saving scheme for the middle class, salary class person, and we must invest some of our money in it. The first and foremost, Dr. J.C. Reddy, is Public Provident Fund Account, Public Provident Fund Account, PPF. PPF is a very good scheme of the government of India, where government is still giving 7.10% interest, and there is no tax at all on any of the income under PPF. Minimum amount you can deposit is 500 rupees in a year. Maximum amount you can deposit in PPF account is 1.50 lakhs. And PPF account can be opened with any of the bank or post offices. The tenure of the scheme is 15 years, but you can extend it even beyond 15 years for next 5 years, in another 5 years, and then another 5 years. And normally speaking, you should not stop PPF account unless and until you need money for your family obligations. So Public Provident Fund account is a very good scheme of the Government of India. And I personally feel, HOD sir, every middle class, salary class person must open a PPF account. And even when your wife is not working, your spouse is not working, you should still open a PPF account in her name. So Public Provident Fund account is a very good scheme. After that, I will just mention the name of the scheme because I don't have time. Please note it down if you wish to, and then got the details from website and Google. The second scheme where we can invest is National Savings Certificate, NSC. Third one is Kisan Vikas Patra. Fourth one is RBI floating rate bonds. Fifth one is infrastructure bond or developmental bond issued by the governmental agencies like National Highway Authorities, SIDBI, Railways. They keep issuing such bonds. Then government securities also you can invest. Galaxy 12, please keep your hands down till my session is over. After my session is over, you can ask the question. Then Government of India institutions also can keep issuing bonds where you can invest. So all these schemes I have just mentioned are under the umbrella of governmental small saving scheme. And the uniqueness of these schemes, my dear friend, is there is no risk. No risk at all. Whatever government promises, government will give you interest or return. And when your scheme matures, the maturity amount, whatever is due, will be also be paid to you. That is why I keep advising in my session, 15 to 20% of your total investment, Dr. Reddy, should be in governmental small saving schemes. Around 15 to 20% of your investments. And the uniqueness of these schemes is that there is no risk at all. There is no risk at all. So please do understand that we should invest some of your savings into governmental small savings scheme. After that, there are other products as well. But one thing I want to request all of you is, never put all your money in one scheme only. Don't put all your money in one scheme only. Try to spread your wings. Try to put your money in different investment schemes. Try to develop a basket of investment, because that will automatically cover your risk and return and reasonable return. So please try to develop a basket of investment. This is my second advice to all of you. All other investment products except governmental small saving scheme, my dear participants, please do understand very carefully, have got some risk. They all have got some risk. Degree of risk might vary. Some products might have high degree of risk. Some product might have moderate risk, or some products might have even minimum risk. But risk is there in most of the products. Second product where you can invest is real estate or property. But my dear participants, in real estate and property, risk is there. How much return you will get? Not certain. Whether you will be able to sell the property when you need the money? not certain. Maintenance cost and acquisition cost of the property is also has also got some cost. And top of it, for real estate, you will need huge money to invest. You can't go enter into real estate and property segment by having 5 or 10 lakhs. You will need 50 lakhs, 1 crore, 2 crore, like that. So property in real estate is a product available to you. It has got risk. How much you should invest? Better you should decide. I am not prescribing anything. Then the third component, Shravani ma'am, if you can open your video for 1 minute, because what I am talking now is for you only. And not only you, all female participants.
Definitely.
That is gold. And when I start talking about gold, Shravani ma'am has got a smile on her face. Not only she, every female participant has got a smile, because gold is gold.
Yes, it's a beautiful saving for us.
As much as you can, because
Yes.
gold is as much as you can say. But historically, Shravani ma'am, we were investing in gold only through jewelry and biscuits.
Yes.
But now her time has changed. You can invest in gold in digital form as well. And I am sharing one governmental scheme, Shravani ma'am, please note it down, the name of that scheme, and not to you, but all participants should note it down. Governmental scheme, no private scheme. And the name of the scheme is Sovereign Gold Bond Scheme. SOVEREIGN. Sovereign Gold Bond Scheme. It is a government of India scheme, Shravani ma'am, where you
Yes,
can
sir.
invest minimum 1 gram gold price and maximum 4 kg gold price. Price of the gold is decided by the government.
Yeah.
You can invest in sovereign gold bond. The tenure of the scheme is 8 years. You have to deposit your money for 8 years, but you can withdraw even before that. That facility is also available. And there are two benefits, Shravani ma'am.
Yes,
First benefit is you will get 2.5% guaranteed return interest. 2.5% guaranteed return. Suppose you have deposited 1 lakh rupees in sovereign gold bond scheme, then 2,500 rupees every year you will get as interest.
Okay.
This is the first benefit. And second benefit is, whatever appreciation in the gold price, suppose today you invested gold at the 50,000 rupees 10 gram. After 8 years, gold price goes to 80,000 10 gram. Then you will be given 80,000 10 gram gold price. So the difference of the or appreciation in the gold price will also be given to you. So there are two benefits. And if you remain in the scheme for 8 years, Shravani ma'am,
Yes, sir.
then the tax liability will literally be zero, no tax liability.
Okay.
But if you withdraw early after 3 or 4 years, then definitely some tax liability will be there. And now you must be aware that government is encouraging digital payments. So if you invest in the sovereign gold bond scheme on digital platform, then you will also get 50 rupees discount. That is the third benefit. That is the third benefit, but only when you invest in digital form. Or if you are not able to invest in digital form, then you can go to your bank and post offices. Most of the banks are operating this scheme. Then you can invest in that way. So sovereign gold bond is a very good scheme of the government of India, and all female and not only female participants, all participants must understand investing some money in. Lastly, madam.
Yes, sir.
Last product is security market, share bazaar, where we can invest. But when I start talking about the share market, somebody might send a message in the chat box. Arey sir, don't talk about the share market. It is sheer speculative market. I don't know how market goes up and down every day. And HOD sir might have invested some of their hard-earned money in some share market, purchasing some shares on the advice of others, he might have lost some money, or he might have lost the money, major portion of the money. Then HOD sir is very, very clear now. I will not invest into security market. So that is a perception most of the middle class, salary class person who, that share market is a pure speculation. My dear participants, I want to tell all of you, share market is purely knowledge-based market. It is purely knowledge-based market. And Shravani ma'am, those who don't have knowledge of the market must not invest their hard-earned money into the share market directly. This is my personal opinion. Only those who have knowledge of the market should think of investing their money directly into the security market. But even when you don't have knowledge of the market, there is other option available for all of you to invest, not only in security market, but beyond. And that option is called, Sarvani ma'am. And now most of the young people are keen to know about that product. It is called mutual funds. I don't know whether Sarvani ma'am has heard the name of mutual fund earlier.
Yes, sir, I have mutual fund.
Great. Mutual fund is nothing but indirect way of investing into security market and beyond. You are not directly investing because you don't have knowledge. What you are doing here is you are giving your money to the experts. You are giving your savings to the experts to invest. As per conditions of the scheme. But the purpose of investment through mutual fund is very clear, my dear participants, to earn maximum return on your savings, to earn maximum return on your investments. So mutual fund is not a social service. Please do understand very carefully. You are giving your money to the experts. Why you are giving? Because you don't have knowledge, they have knowledge. You don't have time, they have 24 hours to stay in the security market. You don't have experience, they have huge experience in the security market. That is why their investment decisions are likely, not guarantee, are likely to be more beneficial than your normal decision. That is why we normally give our money to the mutual fund managers to invest our money and earn and return for us and give back to us. There are three major categories of mutual funds schemes. The first and foremost category is equity fund. Sarvani ma'am, in equity fund, your savings are invested into purchase or acquisition of equity share of the corporates. Please do understand very carefully. Your savings will be invested into purchase or acquisition of equity shares. And Sarvani ma'am, you must be aware the prices of equity share always go up and down every day. So risk is greater. So those who don't want to take high risk should not invest in equity fund. And only those who can take high risk should invest in equity fund. Because market will always go up and down. So risk is greater. But at the same time, Sarvani ma'am, equity fund have given higher return. That is also there. Most of the equity fund have given on an average 15% average return for last 10-15 years, which no other product has given. But again, risk is very high. Please do understand, risk is very high. And there is a basic economics rule, HOD sir must be aware. More risk, more reward. If you take high risk, then there is a probability that you will get high return, no guarantee. Please understand it very carefully. Taking high risk doesn't give you guarantee that you will get high return. No. Probability of getting high return will automatically increase. That is there. So those who are young, those who can invest for more than 5-year, 10-year, 15-year time horizon, equity funds are more suitable for their investment. But those who don't want to take high risk, or those who are not in a position to take high risk, then the other category is meant for them, and that is called debt fund, DEBT, debt fund. Debt fund is a proposition where your savings will be given as a loan to the corporate. Please do understand very carefully. In equity fund, your savings will be invested into the equity share of the corporates. But in debt fund, your money will be given as a loan to the corporate. It will not be invested into the equity shares. So in debt fund, risk is lesser as compared to equity fund. But so is the return. Returns are also reasonable. There may not be extraordinary return which might happen in equity fund. So those who don't want to take risk, or those who are above 50, their risk appetite has become lower, they should think of investing their some of their money into debt fund. The third category is hybrid fund. In hybrid fund, some of your money will go to the equity fund and some of your money will go to the debt fund. So in the one scheme itself, you will be getting benefit of both the schemes. You may aspire for a little bit higher return, as some of your money will go to the equity fund, but at the same time, you are covering your risk, you are balancing your risk. That is why hybrid funds are meant for those investors who wish to aspire for a little bit higher return, but don't want to expose them fully to the equity market. There are two ways, two unique features in the mutual fund, my dear participant. Mutual fund is a very, very lengthy topic. Otherwise, I will need minimum not less than 2 hours for mutual fund. And if HOD sir and Srimani ma'am is interested, next time we can have a dedicated session on mutual fund for your participants. In mutual fund, one magic is there, Srimani ma'am, and that magic is called SIP, Systematic Investment Plan. SIP is a magic, my dear participants. In SIP, basically, you regularly invest. Every month you are investing, Sravani ma'am. Minimum amount you can invest it 500 rupees only. Maximum it is the limit. You can invest 1 crore rupees in a month. But minimum amount is 500 rupees a month. And I will keep encouraging even your student HOD sir to start investing through SIP in mutual fund out of their pocket money. Because once they start investing at this stage, HOD sir, when they will start earning after 3-4 years, they will have a reasonable idea and knowledge about them, how mutual fund function and how returns are generated out of mutual fund schemes. So SIP is a magic for middle class, salary class person. And if you continue for 5-year, 10-year, 15-year, HOD sir, with SIP, without interruption, that is a precondition, there is most likely a huge return for you. So SIP is a magic for middle class, salary class person, but magic will happen only when you continue with SIP for minimum 10, 15, 20 years. And I just gave you an example. Principal sir started an SIP of 10,000 rupees in 1995 in an equity fund started by a mutual fund company at that time. In 1995, he started investing through SIP 10,000 rupees. And every month he has been investing right from 1995 without any interruption. That's the crux of the success. Because normally, typical what happens, HOD sir, when market goes up, people start investing. When market goes down, people stop their investment, even they stop their SIP, which is a blunder they do. I want to tell you, once you start SIP, continue it for 15, 20 years without ignoring the market movement. Because, HOD sir, you will agree, market will always go up and down. Every time it will happen. Sometime market will go up, sometime market will go down. So the going up and down is the basic characteristic of the security market. Ignore it. Continue with your SIP for a longer period, a minimum 15, 20 years. And principals are continued with their SIP for right from 1995 to 2022, every month 10,000 SIPs. Without interruption. Could you get an idea what corpus he has got now? He has got a corpus of not less than 9.57 crore. HOD sir, this is the magic of SIP. But again, I repeat, you will have to continue with longer period. And nowadays, a top-up facility in SIP is also available in the sense that you can keep increasing the SIP amount every year. You start with 1,000 rupees per year. The next year, it can be 1,200 rupees. Third year, it can be 1,500 rupees. Fourth year, it can be even 2,000. So every year, you can keep increasing here. And if you keep increasing SIP, more return will follow. So SIP is a magic for middle class, salary class person. And I know, my dear friends, lot of my young friends have more than one SIP. More than one SIP. They have 4, 5, 6 SIPs even. And that is all target-oriented SIP. All target-oriented SIP. One SIP for higher education of children. Second SIP for going on vacation. Third SIP for retirement plan. Fourth SIP for marriage of the children. So you can have more than one SIP. That is target-oriented SIP. So I will request all of you, please do consider starting SIP of a small amount, but continue it for longer period. But before starting your SIP in a good equity fund, get minimum knowledge about the mutual funds, what mutual fund is and how it functions. Don't be in hurry. First, get basic knowledge of the mutual funds and about the schemes. Second facility in mutual fund is SWP, Systematic Withdrawal Plan. SWP. SWP, sir, is opposite of SIP. In SIP, we were investing every month, or maybe fortnight, or maybe weekly. But in SWP, we are regularly withdrawing some money. Basically, SWP means, sir, for your retirement life. Suppose you have been smart enough, develop a huge corpus for retirement with a mutual fund, and now you're going to retire. After retirement, there is no pension. The only source will be the return on your corpus. So mutual fund gives you a facility. You can simply write to them when you get retired that from next month onwards, please keep transferring whatever amount you want, 1 lakh, 1 lakh 5,000, 1 lakh 50,000 or 2 lakhs, whatever you want, from my corpus to my bank account on first. You simply send a one-liner mail. It will do. Once you send this mail, every month on the first, they will transfer this amount from your corpus to your bank account. What will be the first benefit, sir? You will enjoy life as you were enjoying earlier because you are getting a fixed amount, the minimum required amount in your bank account every month. Second benefit will be Gitika, stock market is a technical subject. I will talk to you in this after this. Second benefit will be that your investment is still with them, continue to grow, continue to earn return or income. Mutual fund is a very lengthy topic otherwise, but if HOD sir or principal sir are keen for their students, we will have a dedicated session on mutual fund next time. Now, last two things I want to request all of you. HOD sir, I want to request you and principal sir a specific request. In our country, there is a menace, sir, which is called Ponzi scheme, chit fund and committees. People do come with the promise of doubling your money in 3 or 4 years, giving you 15%, 18%, 20% return, this and that incentive. They are all bogus. I'm using very harsh word for them. They're all fraud. They will never make their promise good. After collecting their money, after some time or some years, they will simply vanish. And my dear friends, lakhs, crores of people have lost their lakhs of rupees in Ponzi scheme, chit fund and committees because they invested with the expectation of high return or doubling their money, which will never happen. So I will request all of you, never invest your hard-earned money in Ponzi scheme, chit fund and committees. And one more request I want to make, HOD sir, to you. Please start a campaign with the help of your students across your area, educating people, making people aware that they should never invest their hard-earned money in Ponzi scheme, chit fund and committees. And HOD sir, who normally invest? Not you, not your faculty members. Normally people who are not so educated, your peon, your driver, your milk vendor, your grocery shop owner, your electrician, your auto driver, they basically come under temptation and invest their hard-earned money inside bogus scheme and they lost their money. So I will request to start a campaign in your area with the help of your students to reach as much people as you can. Try to inform them, try to make them aware that they must not invest their hard-earned money in Ponzi scheme, chit fund and committee. Last thing I want to tell, if HOD sir, please keep your video on for last 1 minute, and Shravani ma'am also. And if principal sir is there, I will request him also to open his video. Last thing I want to tell all of you, my dear participants. Shravani ma'am, prosperity is your right. We have got right to be prosper. It is not a begging before anybody. Everybody has got right to be prosper. I might have born into a poor family. Incidentally, it might have happened that I might have born into a poor family. Birth in a poor family is not a curse. Please mind it. Birth in a poor family is not a curse, but living as poor and die as poor is a curse, which we all can avoid by saving as much as we can and by putting our saving into investment so that we can earn good return and we can have reasonable money when we need it. Thank you very much for giving me time. God bless you all.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much. I requested I. Sridhar, sir, Associate Professor, Department of Master of Business Administration, Narasaropeta Engineering College. I. Sridhar, sir.
Okay, madam. Okay, madam. Thank you.
Give a vote of thanks to the speaker.
Okay, thank you, madam. Good afternoon to audience, particularly to our honorable principal sir, who gave an opportunity to conduct this session and with the cooperation by organizing this webinar, which is helpful to participants. First of all, I thankful to our HOD sir, our management, and others for organizing this valuable session. Particularly to our chief guest, Suryakant Sharma Garu, for his excellent and technical explanation, which is easy to understand to the freshers also. All topics are very clear and highly interesting. No one is skipped in this program. That is very happy and thankful to him. First of all of you know, all students also think that how can we invest? But in the words of the chief guest, even small savings are sufficient for investing in the future plans. Because as MBA graduates, first of all, we know how to invest and how to develop the money. The last sentence stated by that living in a birthing poor is maybe a curse, but ending poor is really a curse. That means as graduates of having this knowledge and education, we never to be so. Okay. I'm very thankful to the CPH sir for how to invest our savings. Okay, I understood that the hybrid funds and systematic investment plans are effectively equal to the secured persons. That means who take minimum risk in their life. But as youngsters and having earned knowledge in stock markets, they go for equity funds at some level. The portfolio is important. That means no one should be total money one plan, but systematically deviated. Okay, in this way we should also grow. Okay. Thanks to principal sir for giving this opportunity to organize this session, and our HOD sir also will organize this type of sessions in future in continuous manner. And all the participants, you are actively involved in this session, and please extend your cooperation in forthcoming sessions also. Thank you, madam.
Thank you very much, Sridhar sir.
Ma'am, on
Yes,
my
sir.
behalf,
Yes,
ma'am,
sir.
on my behalf and on behalf of Amfi, I am thankful to all of you. I am
Yes,
thankful to Honorable Principal, your HOD, you particularly for